topic was supposed to be all about time management and time blocking and doing stuff like that because I have something coming up that's related to it. However, I wanted to talk instead about one of the things that I posted recently over on the Instagram, which was about procrastinating and researching. Those are two big components for me as far as like the executive functioning stuff goes, and it all works into the time management pieces. But before I go any further, just wanted to let you know who I am. I'm Corey. I'm autistic. I have ADHD. I have high functioning anxiety. I'm also a mom, and I'm a life strategist for autistic women just like me. I run the Corey at Home blog, Facebook, and 2 Facebook groups, one specifically for autistic moms who are raising both neurodivergent and neurotypical children, and I also run the Autism, ADHD, and Me Facebook group for women and those who identify as women, where you are welcome to come in, unmask, and talk all about what makes us. I have a coaching program called Embrace Your Extraordinary, where we work through the 12 pillars of self, and I'm going to be running a special workshop next week, which I will talk about a little bit later. So first, let's just dive right in to procrastination stuff. Now, as I mentioned, and as you'll see on the Instagram feed, I've talked about this over there. It's called procrastinating and researching. And they're very similar. They're both related to executive functioning. With procrastinating, it's where you are in the phases of planning and you like to plan, and then you keep planning and planning because you don't want to execute on the plan, or you look for supposed flaws in the plan that you have to then go fix, and really there's nothing to fix. With researching, you're looking into that initial idea and then you keep looking for more ideas and more ideas. So instead of going to actually do the thing that you were originally researching, you get stuck in the research loop, and this keeps you from being productive. But your brain thinks you're being productive because you're learning things and you're getting things and you're doing stuff like that. So why do people procrastinate in the first place? And procrastination is some of the 5 common excuses for procrastination. You dislike doing the task, you're overwhelmed, you just can't get going, you're not organized enough, or it's too difficult. So let's break those 5 things down further. Number 1 was, I dislike doing this task. And this makes perfect sense. Why do we want to do something and we just don't like it? So the solution to fight that instead is to look for ways to increase the dopamine associated with it. Make it into a game, listen to upbeat music, and then reward yourself. The next most common excuse for procrastination is that you're overwhelmed. So you just can't get started and you're stuck in that analysis paralysis trap. Your next one might be, I just can't get going. And this relates again to the procrastinating and into the researching. Number 4 is that I'm not organized enough. And that's when you just can't find the things that you need, or you may keep thinking that you need more things in order to get this task started. And then the last one is this just too difficult. So that's when those limiting beliefs come into play and you just start self-sabotaging everything from the beginning. So again, the 5 most common excuses for procrastination: I dislike doing the task, I'm overwhelmed by the task, I can't get going with this task, I'm not organized enough, and this is too difficult. All of those things are related to executive functioning and emotional dysregulation, which are both big hallmarks of both ADHD and autism. So as an autistic ADHDer, one of the main things that I've had to do is develop these strategies to help me overcome this. And one of the biggest things that I've done with procrastinating in particular is doing time blocking into my time management routine. Time blocking it's been life-changing for me and for my productivity. So again, just to give a quick recap, today we were talking about procrastination and how that relates to executive functioning, which are both big hallmarks of autism and ADHD. And one of the main reasons that we end up procrastinating in the first place, or at least those 5 common excuses: I dislike doing the task, I'm overwhelmed by this, I can't get going, I can't get organized, or it's just too difficult. So this is why we procrastinate. And the ways that we can overcome this are actually pretty simple as well. First, you break down those bigger projects into smaller tasks. Break those tasks into smaller, more manageable tasks. List out all the tasks. It does not matter what order you end up doing them in most of the time. And then you just get overwhelmed with all these tasks. And in the workshop as well, I'm going to go deeper into that on how we can start working with our brains instead of against our brains to do the tasks that we think are just a little bit too difficult to do. So if you would like to join me on that, I'm going to leave, again, the link for that in the Facebook groups and on my Facebook page. And from here on out, there's going to be a little bit of a change. Every Tuesday, I will be doing lives on both the Facebook page Corey at Home and over here on Instagram Corey at Home. And then on Thursday, I will be going deeper into that topic in my Facebook group, Autism, ADHD, and Me, which is for neurodivergent women, in how we are going from not just surviving but thriving in a world that was just not set up to support us. So I hope to see you over there.